Hi y'all, I'm Carol Corey, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome back to my Creating Corner. I'm so glad you've come. I have some fun ideas to share with you today. Now, I'm using the materials from the Delicate Wings Paper Pumpkin Kit, April 2024. These are the alternate ideas. I do have the kit demonstration showing you what the kit creates. These gorgeous cards right here. So I do have that on a separate video, but I couldn't fit everything on one video. I couldn't get it to export, so I've split it, and these are the alternate ideas using the materials from the Delicate Wings April 2024 Paper Pumpkin Kit. I'm so excited to share them with you because I know they're cute. There are 4 alternates here. And we're going to go ahead and get started, and let's get them out there. Hang on. Okay, my first alternate idea is for the person who really is brand new at stamping and may not have anything else except maybe some white cardstock, and you can always get markers. Now these are 2 nice kinds of markers to get. This is the new core colors that we have, so I've just got a set of those Stampin' Right markers. I'm going to use the Lost Lagoon out of our new core color set. And then this is the 23 to 25 in colors, and I'm going to use the Moody Mauve out of this set. Now with your Paper Pumpkin Kit, you are going to have extra butterflies. Every single butterfly, you will have 1 extra. You will have extra banners to put your sentiments on. Now, I'm not going to use a banner for this card. Like I said, this is going to be the simple card for somebody who is just getting started stamping and you want to know what to do with your paper pumpkin stamps now that you've put your whole kit together. This is a simple idea. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to take my splatter spots, and with my basic gray Stampin' Spot that came with my Paper Pumpkin Kit, I'm just going to stamp. I'm going to stamp it off and then stamp so it's very light. Let me just grab a piece of stamp it off, and I'm just going to put some splatters all around the front of this card. I'm stamping it off so they are very light, stamping some of them off so they are very light, and you'll notice I'm turning my stamp so I'm not putting the stamp in the same direction each time. You might want to go off the edge here and there. These little splatters are nice, you know, they kind of fill in the dead space for you. Go that way. When you stamp it off and then you stamp on your paper, that would be your second generation. Now with this basic gray, I don't think you'd be able to go to a 3rd generation. With some of the brighter colors you can. But there you go. So you see it's just a very subtle background design. And then with your, well, you could just stamp straight on. Okay, I'm going to take my Lost Lagoon. Now you'll see on our markers, as well as our alcohol markers, the blends, you've got a thick line and a thin line. The thin line is your pen tip. Your thick line is your brush tip. With my brush tip, I am going to kind of, you see I'm going sideways? I'm holding it sideways, and I'm going to ink up this stamp. Make sure it's how I want it. Yes, that turned out great. So I'm going to stamp a couple of these butterflies here and there. Let's see. Okay, and I'm going to put one right in the middle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the big butterfly that came in our stamp set. Because I want to say I could use this one. As I said, you will have extra. Okay, I'm going to use this one. Yeah, make it super simple. And here I've got some other plain whatever. I'm going to do this. Everything will be okay. Because I'm using white cardstock, I'm just going to do this on a scrap of white instead of using a banner that came with. Well, I could use a banner that came with it and just turn it over and use the white side. Yeah, I'll do that. This is for the stamper who doesn't really have anything else. You can get you a set of markers and some white or very vanilla or basic beige cardstock, and that'll start you out. If you don't have a US demonstrator, I would love to help you. Just visit my website and send me an email, and I can help you know like what are some of the main things you're going to need without breaking the bank to get started. Okay, everything will be okay. There we go. Here we go. This is simple, easy peasy. And I'm going to take my bone folder, get just a little bit of curve in there. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of my, whoops, sentiment. Okay. Let's put that right about there. And we'll put, I like things that have dimension to them. I'll go ahead and put one dimensional in the middle right there. There we go. There you go. That's a very simple, easy, quick. This is how you use your stamps that when you are done with your paper pumpkin kit. I tell you what, if you wanted, if you have a silicone mat, this is something else you can do. Like both of my butterflies are headed the same direction. What you can do is ink it up, stamp it on your mat, figure out where you want it to go, and then stamp it from your mat on, and there you've got a butterfly going the other direction. So simple to do, but it does, you know, show a little bit of something else you can do. So that's a fun thing. So here is a very simple card using your leftover materials from your paper pumpkin kit and just, you know, a marker and the, yeah, just a marker. Okay, let's get going with another one here. Now this is going to be a little bit fancier, and this is really for the stamper who's got a few items already in their craft closet, or you're ready to purchase a few things at a time. So what I did is I did take this butterfly card base and I did cut the front off of it, and I've got some Lost Lagoon cardstock that I trimmed off at 5 1/2. It was a regular 8 1/2 sheet of paper, so I trimmed it off at 5 1/2 and I scored it at 4 1/4. I'll have all my measurements below, so don't worry about that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this card front down just a wee bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and take it down to, oh no, I'm using this for something else. Okay, so, yikes, that was close. So remember on this card we had this. I'm going to go ahead and cut something similar to that with my card base. I'm going to come about here where I see the top of a butterfly wing, and I'm going to come right about here, and I'll see how I like that. I'll see if I think it's too big or not. I'll come down a little bit more. I'm not being too, I guess I'm coming down about 1 inch and going up 1 inch. Let's see, what am I doing there? I love this Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer. You see, I've got all these measurements everywhere, so I know so I can figure out exactly what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm coming down, okay, I'm coming down about 1.5 inches. If you can see that, I'm coming down about 1.5 inches from the top, and then I'm going to cut, I guess that is to about 2 inches. Well, let me do that, and I can always trim it more if I need it. Okay, 1.5 inches, yep, that's there. And then 2 inches, yep, that's there. So I'm going to line it up where I can see on the track. There's this cutting track here where my blade's going to go. And then I can see right through the presser bar, and I can literally see right there in the cutting track is the top of that butterfly wing, and right here is just below the top of that butterfly wing. I think that might be about it. So let's go ahead and cut it and see what we have. Take this paper trimmer out of the way. This paper trimmer, yeah, and it opens all the way up where you can look at that. Woo, how long it goes. 17.25 inches, and you've got your measurements all the way through. You've got centimeters, so you've got it in metric as well as imperial. Just awesome. Love it. Okay, so now I've got this piece cut loose, and I can make a pocket right there. Okay, yep, we're going to make a pocket. Now, what I want to do is I want to put some butterflies in here. There's 2 ways I can do that. I can take my Versamark, which is a watermark stamp pad, and I can take some Lost Lagoon ink, and let me find, okay, I've got my splatter here. Let me go ahead and in gray, I'm going to do some splatters in gray. No, not yet. Obviously, I haven't done this yet. Okay, I'm going to grab some Lost Lagoon scrap and see which I like better. This I'll need for my embossing. Yes, I'm going to emboss. So I've got my splatters. Okay, I can do my splatters. Let me get my butterflies. Okay, that shows up very lightly. Let's take a Lost Lagoon ink pad and see how it looks. I kind of like it with the Versamark. I think I'm just going to do it watermarked. Oh no. I'm going to go ahead and do it with the ink, and then I can fill in some spots with the watermark. How's that sound? I think that sounds like a plan. Okay, let me get my other butterfly. Let's go ahead and put a big old butterfly right about there. Nice. Okay. Now, okay, so I used my Lost Lagoon ink pad, and I used the butterflies from the paper pumpkin set, and I stamped a couple of butterflies there. Okay, now let me wash this off so I don't make a mess. What did I do with my splatter dots? Here's my splatter dots. Okay, so now I'm going to take my splatter dots, and with just the Versamark, which is a watermark stamp pad, I'm just going to add some splatters here and there on this card front. And I can go over the butterflies and it doesn't matter. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let me get something else right down here just in case that's going to be uncovered. Okay. Now, so that will cover like that. Very good. Good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bookmark. Something sweet that you can give as a gift with this card. Okay? Now there's two ways you can do it. This one, I went ahead and I did emboss this strip. It's 5x2. Like I said, I'll have the measurements written down there. But I embossed this with this cute little, there we go. It's called Fun Patterns Embossing Folder, and it's two embossing folders. One is this flower. Look, well, right there you can see it's a flower with arches, and the other's diamonds. So I did one with a flower, and this is some twine that's actually left over from a past paper pumpkin kit. It's just natural twine. You can get it in the catalog. But what I'm going to do for this one, for the person who has a few extra things hanging around, I didn't get a very clean cut on that. Hold on. We got a little bit better of a cut. Kind of caught on that foiling. There we go. Good. Good. So I've got this strip. It's 2 inches by about 5. And here I've got my tag topper. And I'm going to pop it in there. And get the tag. Now what I'm going to do is, with this oxidized paper, well, it comes with Pretty Peacock in copper or this gorgeous copper, just totally copper. I'm going to cut a piece of this copper. Okay, so I'm going to cut it about 2 inches wide. Well, no, I'm going to go with shade. I'm going to do 1 3/4. Yeah. 1 3/4. And I'll do it about 5. Let me think. Should I? I'll do it 4 3/4. Let's see how that works. I've got more. If this doesn't work out right, I can always cut another piece. Right? Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to put this in here, and of course I turn it over so I see that I'm getting it right in the middle. Let's see if this works. I'm hoping this will work to go right over the thing. Okay, it's going to line me up at the top, and here it'll give me my nice edges. Yeah, I think that'll be good. That'll be good, that'll be good, that'll be good. Okay, that's good. So we're going to keep that like that. I am going to use some more basic twine. I'm going to pull it about 6 inches. I am not going to, we'll see. We shall see. Fold that in half. Feed your half through that way. That way. There you go. Now, we're going to take some of the dimensionals from the kit, and we're going to put one in that corner, one in the middle, that corner, let's see how we're doing this. There we go. Across the bottom. Guess we should put one right there, right? like so. Okay. And that'll fit in there just like that. Cute. Cute. We've got to put something on here though. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a sentiment from a brand new set that'll be in our brand new catalog. This is called Thoughtful Wishes, and it does have a coordinating die set that comes with it. How did I get this? Because the catalog is not live yet. Well, I'm a demonstrator. When you're a demonstrator, you get to pre-order, and that's what I did. So I'm going to use a sentiment from Thoughtful Wishes. And also what I pre-ordered is, I like Stampin' Write markers, as I said, and so I just got the set of the 24-26 in colors. So these are our new colors. You know, every year we come out with 5 temporary colors that stick around for 2 years. So every year we're losing 5 colors and gaining 5. These are the 5 that we're going to gain. We have Pretty Pink, Shy Shamrock, Petunia Pop, Peach Pie, and Summer Splash. I don't know which one I like best, but I think they're all really pretty. Summer Splash reminds me a lot of Bermuda Bay. I miss it. Anyways, so these are our new in colors. Love it, love it, love it. So yes, so I was thinking about using one of those on this alternate, decided not to. So I'm using Thoughtful Wishes. And on the inside of this bookmark, so I'm just going to take the string out again, and we're going to do some heat embossing, powder embossing. Now, our powders are retiring soon, so if you like to emboss, make sure you get your powders because they're going to be retired. There was an issue with the company. So anyway, so I've got my Versamark. And this says, "You make life better." And I'm going to put that right in the middle of my bookmark. Close the Versamark before you get your embossing powder out. You don't want to get embossing powder all over your Versamark. Then you just take some powder. Now normally I should have wiped it off with my embossing buddy right here, but of course I didn't think about it because I was in a hurry, didn't want this video to be too long, but oh well, this is what happens. I didn't wipe it with the embossing buddy, so I've got a little bit of powder stuck where I don't want it. So that embossing buddy breaks the static and lets it just slip on off. So I got that, and here I've got my heat tool. Of course, put your powder away before you pull your heat tool out. There we go. Now get my front back. And tie it together. Okay. There we go. And now to put a little something on the front here. Okay, as I said, they're giving you extra butterflies and everything, so I'm going to take 3 of these butterflies, the Lost Lagoon, the Moody Mauve, and the Beige, and I'm just going to put a couple of these glue dots on the backs, and that'll be it. Then we'll move on to the front of the card. There we go. And I've got the paper pulled off the back of each of the dots. So there's 1 and 2 and If I can pick it up, there we go. And 3. That's so pretty. And then they've got a special message inside. You make life better. How cute! Yep, now we need a sentiment. The sentiment will be super easy, super quick. I'm going to come back here to my Lost Lagoon scrap stuff that I had. This sentiment is also from the Thoughtful Wishes, this new one that's coming out. It says, "Dearest friend, I don't want to say dearest, I just want the friend." It is going to a dearest friend, but I'm going to be using this oval punch, and it doesn't have room for the word dearest in it. So, using my Stampin' Right marker, all I'm going to do is color in the word friend. I'm not going to color the word dearest. This is another awesome thing. Now, if you didn't have the markers, but you had the Lost Lagoon ink pad, you could put a piece of tape across the word dearest, ink it up, and then pull the tape off, and your word would be clean. Okay. Dearest friend. Now, if I did it correctly, only the word friend should be stamped. And it is, and it looks perfect. Okay. So, we are going to take this oval punch. Now, notice it's got 2 ovals. I'm going to use this one for something else. Oh, it's a little too high. Let me just go down. Make sure it's in the middle. Oh, that's not what I was going to do. No. I'm going to emboss it. Silly me. You know, every sheet of paper's got 2 sides, a front and a back, so here we go. Now, I had said that we would cover it with tape and pull the tape off. Well, let me show you how we do that. And make sure I get all the ink off of that one. Okay, I'm going to grab some, where's some washi tape? Get some old washi tape. Remember that stuff? Let's see. Dearest is right here. So I'm going to, so here I'm just going to cover the word that I don't want inked. There we go. Now, I'm going to ink up my stamp. Did I hit that with the embossing buddy yet? Let me take my embossing buddy. I don't want powder sticking everywhere, so let me just do that. Okay. Well, I'll probably be stamping over here, yeah. Okay. So let me get this friend. Now that I've inked it up, I need to take this tape off. Now it should be just the word friend. Okay. And a little bit of powder embossing on it. Oh yes, much better. Hit the heat gun real quick. Look how that just shines. Ah, love it. Just shines right up. And I'm going to cut this free. Okay. Put it through. Make sure it's in the center. Friend, isn't that sweet? And now I'm going to get a piece of gold foil. Okay, Okay, I'm just going to use this same copper. I was going to do it with that gold foil, but then I thought, let me just do it the same copper that is on the bookmark. So I'm just going to put it through. I'm going to cut out one of the large things. There we go. I'm going to take this tear and tape, and I'm going to put a little strip of tear and tape across the back of my cardstock, my Lost Lagoon cardstock. Put it here. Put it in the middle. Grab 2 dimensionals. Oh, I need some string. I need some string. Do I do this? No. Let me grab some gold twine. Okay, this is actually some gold twine, also left over from another paper pumpkin kit. Now you're probably saying, that's copper, why am I using gold? Well, this isn't a very bright gold, and it'll kind of pull together everything. So I'm going to hold it with my thumb and middle finger, and I'm just going to do 3 rounds. 1, 2, 3. And I'll cut it. I'll grab the middles together. There we go. And I added another dimensional in the middle there. And that is what I'm actually going to stick these to. There we go. There we go, there we go. And I'm just going to put it right there. Oh, I think that's so cute. That is cute. Friend. And then they have their bookmark with the butterflies and an embossed sentiment on the inside. Okay, I think that's cute for the stamper who has a little something extra laying around. Now for the stampers who have a pretty good craft closet, let's take a look at this. Okay, I got a lot of stuff here. Now one thing I did do is, oh, what happened here? Okay, whatever. Okay, one thing I did do is when I cut this card panel apart to get this, you know, I still had half a card left. I've cut a 3-inch square here, and this is about a 3 1/8 of basic gray. It's just a tiny hair of a bit bigger. As I said before, I'll have all my measurements down below. So I'm going to go ahead and use some liquid glue. Yes, I could have used some of the tear and tape, but sometimes wet glue is just a lot quicker and easier. Let me get this right here. Okay, that's done, so I can set that aside. Now, one thing that I need to do is do my metallic effects. These metallic effects are really, really cool. And let me find my card base. Here's my card base. Now, before I use my metallic effects, I want to emboss this flap right here. Okay? What I'm going to emboss that one with is this exposed brick 3D embossing folder. Now, my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, this one will not fit in the mini machine, and my big machine is just too big for this shaky little table here. Everything will just be everywhere. So I'm going to take this over to the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'm going to put it in like this because it's a brick wall, so I need my bricks going the right direction, and I'm going to get this embossed. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. This is the embossing plate, and here's the base plate, and here is the embossing folder. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, I love it, I love it. Yay, good, good. we're going to do is we're going to use these metallic effects. I have here the copper and the gold. And I'm going to mix the two colors together. And what I'm going to do is, it's kind of cute, it's kind of cute. I'm going to take a scrap. Here we go. Got a scrap here of my basic beige, and this is a new color that we have, a new color cardstock, basic beige. I should have given it a nice little crease, but I didn't. Now I did. Okay, now what I'm going to do is with these enamel effects, they come in a set of 3. They come the copper, the gold, and the silver. So, or you can get white, black, and red. Okay, I'm going to use the copper, the gold, and the silver. Okay, this gold is it's a pretty gold. It's a shimmery gold, but it's not as bright a gold as some golds can be. So I'm going to tone it down a little bit. So I'm going to take this copper and I'm just going to put dots all the way down this side, and I'm trying to keep it like right where it would be, right under the fold. Now I'm going to go over it with the gold. Actually, I'm going to have to add a little bit more copper in here. Some of it's a little too far away. Yeah, I need these dots closer together. Let's add some more. Oh, what am I doing? Hopefully not making a major mess. These enamel effects are kind of cool. You can like make pretty pearlized embellishments, you know, put your little dots here and there. But you do have to wait for it to dry. So that's why this is the first thing. So now I've got copper down there and I've got gold down there. I'm going to get my paper back out that I was stamping on before. I've got my scrap here and I'm going to drag it. I'm going to drag it all the way down, over, and across. Oops, went up a little high. That's okay. I'll just bring my thing in and come in a little bit there. Well, that's not exactly what I planned, but you know what I can do? I can always take a piece of, I think I'm going to do that. Let me cut. Yeah, I shouldn't have. I went got a little messy there. Let me see. I believe it's, yeah, that's 2 1/4 inches. Not a big deal. Wait till you see. You can't, you know, you don't really make a mistake. You just have to figure out what you're going to do about it. I should have had another sheet of paper there, keeping it clean. But what are you going to do? You live and you learn, right? So I'm just going to put that in there. Actually, let me do it just a tad bit shorter. Put it in my lap. You want to give it room for the fold line, right? So, I'm just going to put this panel here. Yes, I should have put a piece of paper right there to guard myself, but I was feeling feisty. There we go. Whoopsie. It's got to come here. There we go. Now, we need to put this aside to let the paint dry. Okay? And we're going to move on with the embellishments. Oh, that just looks so pretty. Oh, wow. Oh, that looks so pretty. Okay, okay. Let me not get carried away. Here I've got some Lost Lagoon, and I'm going to gold emboss some butterflies on here. These are the butterflies from the paper pumpkin kit. Okay, I'm going to put the 2 big butterflies touching What do I mean by that? I'll show you what I mean by that. There's one, and yes, I should be doing this on my stamping pad. That's okay. Because these are photopolymer stamps, you can see exactly where you're placing your next stamp. So I'm going to place my next stamp right there. And while I'm stamping butterflies, I'm going to get the little half butterfly that was in the stamp set, and I'm going to stamp that there. You notice I didn't use my embossing buddy because I'm going to cut these out. It's not a big deal to cut out some butterflies, it's just a couple of curves. So, there we go. Okay. Shut this. Get my heat gun. And there we go. And there we go. Done. Okay, now I'm just going to take my paper snips and I'm going to cut these butterflies out, and I'm going to turn this off so you don't have to watch me do that. Alrighty, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp the sentiment, and this sentiment is from the Paper Pumpkin set. It's surrounding you with love. Actually, no, I'm going to use sending loving thoughts your way. Yeah. So I'm going to put my basic beige, take my basic gray, stamp it up, there we go, because there's a lot of glitz. I don't need to do this in gold or anything. Okay. Sending love your way. We shall see. I probably should have used the smaller one. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do both and see which I like better. Wow. I can do that because I've got the paper and I've got ink. Okay, let's see. Sending loving thoughts your way. We'll see which one fits better. Okay, what I did, okay, when I said goodbye for a minute, I went and I cut the butterflies. You'll note, remember I put these two butterflies, I stamped them touching, and I cut them out touching. Here's my panel. I'm going to be putting my panel on here and put the butterflies like that. So, do I want this bigger sentiment or this small? Let me go ahead. I'm going to rip these pages. I'm going to rip the cardstock instead of cutting it neatly. I'm going to get the little feathered edges. It's not hard to rip it, you know, in a relatively straight line. Well, sometimes it's not hard to rip it in a relatively straight line. There we go. Let's try to fix that a little bit. I think I started, you know, ripping to leave a bit of a bigger panel than I decided at the last minute I wanted. There we go. I like that ripped look. There we are. Sending loving thoughts your way. Or, let's get this stuff out of my way. Sending loving thoughts your way and getting this stuff out of my way. Sounds like a good life plan. Let's see. I think I'm going to like this one better, actually. Sending loving thoughts your way. surrounding you with love. What do y'all think? I'm going to put that like that. I use the bigger one. Okay, now I'm going to put it on. Okay, I'm going to take a pencil or a pen and I'm going to rough sketch out where I need to pull. Okay, so if I just do the edges here. Now you have to be careful when you're tearing like foil, because it's not colored on the back. If you pull it towards you, you will get that white edge, so you have to do it away from you and you'll get less of an edge. You might get a little white, but not really. See the difference? So, okay, so I'm just going to tear my gold, and hopefully I'll end up with something big enough that I can mount my other sentiment on. I don't need a lot of space around it. I just want a hint. Okay, let's see. Surrounding you with love. Oh, sending loving thoughts your way. Oh, I like it. I like it. I can tear a little bit more off. I can sketch this down a little bit. There we go. There we go. Oh, I like that. Grab some of this tear and tape. When you're adhering onto foil, I prefer to use tear and tape or glue dots over the wet glue. I just don't think the wet glue, I don't know if it's going to hold too well. Oh, do I want some ribbon on here? Sending loving thoughts your way. Okay. Oh, I like that. Yes, yes, yes. Now, before I do anything else to this, I'm going to take, let me clean this up. Yeesh, yeesh. Okay, now, here I've got a scrap, and what did I do with my gold metallic effects? Here's the bronze. Okay, found it. Fell into the trash can. That wouldn't have been good. So I've got just a scrap here, and I'm putting some of my gold metallic effects on there. And I'm going to add just a touch of this copper, just for grins and giggles. There we go. And I'm going to kind of mix it up. I'm just using my finger. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. And then on the brick, on the embossing up here, very lightly, I'm just going to kind of touch it. Just kind of put a little bit of something on the roughed up parts. Just to kind of give it some shading. I like this. I like this. Rub some down here on where the brick. So yeah, it looks like the brick had once upon a time been painted, and then it kind of got worn off. But here, instead of just the texture, getting a little bit of color. And I didn't put a lot, so I mean, it's not, you know, I didn't paint it or anything. But yeah, oh, that looks nice. It's subtle. That's what I like about these metallic effects. It's subtle, but it does give such a pretty thing. Let me just wipe my finger, make sure it's clean. Okay, now my paint's dry. Oh, see, doesn't that look nice? Kind of gives a little little something. Yes, I'm extra. Okay. Now I got to figure out what I want to do with these. What do I want to do with these? I want to use my... Well, okay. Guess I'm not using that block since it's on the floor. Okay. Let me get this set to see how I want to do it. I'm going to put this sending loving thoughts your way across the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to take some, here I'll go over a little bit that way. Okay, so right here I'm just going to put a little strip of tear and tape right along the top here. Give it a little bit extra stability because I am going to put a dimensional behind it. No, I'm not. I'm going to put it down flat. I'm going to attach it flat. There we go. Now, this is going to flap open like that, so we don't want to put any adhesive on this side. We only want it on over here. Okay? So we're just going to put the adhesive down this direction. Go. Do y'all think I have enough on here, or should I add some ribbon? I honestly think I've got enough. Okay. There we go. Sending loving thoughts your way. Oh, that is pretty. That is very pretty. Now we'll put this on with dimensionals. The dimensionals are really, I think they end up being like 2.5 cents. You know, 2 cents, something like that. You can afford to put the dimensionals on your project. Usually if you have just the dimensionals and not hard embellishments, you don't need extra. It's just one layer of dimensionals. You probably won't need extra postage. And we'll put another butterfly. Should we put it on the inside or right there? Oh, how about right there, down in the corner? Yeah. I'm going to put that one flat. Just a little piece of tear and tape down him. And we'll put him flat in the corner. He'll kind of be peeking out from behind the sentiment. Oh, I like it. Yeah, I do. There we go. Oh, and there we have it. Oh, I like how it's kind of shimmery. That's so pretty. Sending loving thoughts your way. Isn't that just lovely? I really like this paper. I tell you what, that gray paper from our first one, oh, love it. Love it. Let me clean this up and let's take a look at what we have. Okay, I'm back. I've got one more. I can't help myself. I really want to do this. I'll try to do it quickly. Okay, so I've got this speckled card base. I cut apart. I've got a white, regular, just basic white cardstock. I cut 3 holes with the deckled circle dies. Yes. These deckled circle dies are amazing. They have every size circle. If you don't, where did I do with the, here we go. If you need more than these, you know, I don't know what you're making. But anyway, so I've got these. And what I'm going to do is very lightly, okay, I'm going to put these away. Now very, very lightly with a pencil, and it's not going to be seen, so it'll be okay. Whoops, knocking down the other cards that we made. Okay, I have another light here. Okay. Okay. So, alrighty. So I'm going to put this right over it, and very lightly underneath here, I'm going to mark kind of like perimeters of where that circle, these circles are. Okay. All right. Now, in Lost Lagoon, I'm going to do the big butterfly right here. And I need to clean it because I'm going to do the next butterfly with the same stamp, but I'm going to use Moody Mauve, one of our brand new in colors. And I'm going to use the marker because the markers are open and the ink pad is still shrink wrapped, and I want to get this done. I love shaker cards. Oops, did I just say what we're doing? I sure did. So I'm going to put this butterfly over here, kind of where that circle is. Okay, change of plan. Let me see what happened to my camera here. Come over this way. Okay, change of plan. Years ago, long time ago, they had these wooden butterfly accents, and I still have some. I stocked up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a wooden accent butterfly. This is going to be cool. This is going to be really cool. Okay, I need some white glue, which I have right here, and I'm going to put it on my silicone craft sheet. You can't use, put on the side that's already got some I need to get off of here. You can't use the Tombow on this because for what I'm going to do, because the Tombow doesn't actually ever completely dry. Not good enough. So there, I've got my white glue. I've got a Q-tip. And I'm just going to put some glue on this wooden element. Now, I'm going to gild this wooden element. Maybe I should have colored it first. No, it's okay. It is okay. So I'm going to cover it in white glue, like so. Okay. And now I'm going to take this gilded leaf. This stuff's retiring. Y'all need to get some before it's gone. It is not coming back in the new catalog. So, definitely don't sneeze and don't have a fan on when you're using the gold leafing. So I'm just working where you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. I'm all the way over here at the edge here. So, I'm just putting the gold leaf down. This stuff is so much fun to use. And it's easy to use. Here we go. Yes. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. Now we just kind of rub it. Maybe I should have let it sit just another minute, but that's okay. We're just going to rub it, and we're just going to be left with little gold flecks. And I can always add more if I want. Oh, that is so pretty. Yes, I'm a more is more. I am definitely more is more. open that back up. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm going to put a little more glue on here. What did I do with it? Here it is. Put a little more glue on here. Some more in there. Some more glue. Some more here, here. There we go. Yeah, y'all. When this catalog goes out, the gilded leafing, and it's not expensive, and you get this huge tub, and I love using it, so you know I use it a lot. So, Yep. There we go. I've never used it on a wooden element though. Okay. I'm just going to let that sit a minute. While that sits a minute to figure out where it wants to be, I'll go ahead and make sure I have all of my pencil marks erased. Okay. There we go. I don't know why that one doesn't want to go away, but alright, there we are. Okay. And you see I'm working with this leaf over some scratch paper, so that way I can collect it and pour it back in if I need to. Well, doing the gold leaf on the wooden element is not as simple as on... You want to see an easy way to get the leafing to stick? Just take some tear and tape. Tear and tape is the good stuff. If you can get the... Oh, it's not going to stick because of... Okay, so I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to put tear and tape along the delicate parts of the leaves of the... Actually, that looks okay. That does look okay. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. We'll stick with that. We'll stick with that. Close up my gold, my pot of gold. No, I didn't find a leprechaun. I got it from Stampin' Up. Okay. There we are. So he's kind of fancy. And we're going to stick him there, but that's going to be something we're going to do later. Now, let me find my front. And... oh, isn't this going to be fun? And we're going to put that one there, but we're going to do that later. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I have a piece of window sheet right here that, okay, I'm going to have to cut it because it is no longer going to need that one. So I'm going to go ahead... I'm going to put the tear and tape where I want my window sheet to stick. Okay, so I'm going to outline this. There we go. There we go. Easy peasy. Now we'll just pull this off. If I can. There we go. Now the window sheet, I'm going to be trimming it down after I get it adhered because I want that top circle to be left free. So what happens when you change plans midstream? Then stuff gets finagled around, but it's okay. It is okay. What's in the strand? Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, here's the window sheet. Now let's just pick it up and do it this way. Oh, oofta. Oh man, look what I did. I put it on crooked. Once it's on there, you can't get it off. So, it's okay. Because you know what? It's okay. There's more than one way to keep a shaky thing in. Ha ha ha. We're going to put this one here. We're going to put another piece of tape like that. And we're just going to plug the hole. How's that sound? Does it sound like it's going to work? I hope so. Because I'm dependent on it working. Ah! Can't believe I did that. Yes, I can believe I did that. Why wouldn't I believe I could do that? Okay. Now I'm going to have to come down in here and I'm going to have to cut my window sheet from so that this top circle is free. There we go. Ha-ha! I did it. Got a hole there and those are closed off. Of course you can see that. Look what I did. Ah! It'll be okay. Now, we need to put, let me get my foam strips. Okay, these are foam adhesive strips. I love them. I use them for actually a lot of things. But I'm just going to pull a strip out here and I'm going to circle. It's just like a dimensional, but I'm going to circle my butterflies. There we go. Of course, you have to make sure that it meets and shuts in the middle. I'm going to put my little extra strip there because I'm going to need it for later on. Here's another strip. I'll circle this guy. Where's the wax? I want the wax up. Now I could go down, lower if I wanted to, but when you do that, then you just need to use more shimmery elements. Went ahead and did that to bring it all the way around so that it'll give it some stability. Right there. I need to finish my circle around this butterfly. And cut that. Now, I've got all that in there, and that's going to make it nice and secure. So let me take all my wax strips off. Take off all the wax strips. I love shaker cards. I really do. They're fun. Now, in the circles with these two butterflies, I'm going to put these effervescent elements. There we go. These effervescent elements. Look at them. They're so cool. They're just iridescent and they're round and they're sparkly and they're a couple of different sizes and they're running all over my desk. That's okay. I'm going to put some in my hand and put them in there, making sure that I get them in the well. There we go. They're so cute and sparkly and iridescent. And like I say, they're different sizes. So I'm just putting some down in there, nice. You don't really want to cover your thing. I might have put a few too many in there. Let's kind of move some. Try to move some. There we go. In my experience, it's easier for me to take the wax paper off before I add the shaker elements because sometimes it'll jar them. It's okay if you get something stuck to the foam. You can always take it off. Now this one I'm going to put more in because it's a bigger thing. Oh, I do like that. I do like that. And I've got one stuck right there. Okay, now all my stuff is off. Everything is going to be secure. I've got, let me stand up, put that down, right? Oh, no. I'll get rid of that one for sure. There we go. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Yes. And that one will go right there. That can be adhered. Let me shut my effervescent element so I don't spill them everywhere. Okay, I'm just going to use some of the, let me get these waxy things off. Oof, what a mess, what a mess, what a mess, what a mess, what a mess. Okay. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I know this has gone on a bit. Hopefully you've fast forwarded through a place or two. There we go. There we go. Ah! Love it. There we are. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. Okay, so while I had left y'all, I went ahead and got out my new adhesive-backed pearl trio with some gorgeous colors in them. So these are some of our new colors. And I did go ahead and do a couple sentiments. Now this is from the Paper Pumpkin kit, and we could put that right there. But I chose to go with my color and contour set, and this does have matching dies, scalloped contours. But look, isn't that just so cute? I think it's perfect. This is such a happy feeling card. The sentiments in this Paper Pumpkin are beautiful, consoling sentiments, but that is great. Let me see, where am I? Oh, those are not them. Here I do have some brushed brass butterflies. I'm just going to have to stick one right there. Ah, I love it. This is cute. This is cute. Okay. So yeah, so you can, so think about this when you do, if you like shaker cards, just do a couple of circles and just make mini shaker areas. Ah, I like these cards. I hope you like at least most of them, if not all of them. So let me clean up and we'll take a look at everything we've done together. I just love these alternate cards. Are y'all ready? We're going to have a little recap of all 4 of the cards which we've just done. First, we had a very simple card, simple stamping card. We just took some white card base and stamped little butterflies on there. We did do reverse stamping here using the silicone craft mat. And one of the extra butterflies, stars in the middle there. This is simple stamping. Of course, if you wanted to, well, of course the reverse stamping was a little bit of zhuzhing it up. And if you've got some rhinestones or some other kinds of embellishments, that would look beautiful on this. But this is a precious card as is. So let's go ahead and put that one there. Next up, was a fun card. And this has a little gift in it. We made a bookmark with a hidden message. Perfect when you're returning a book to a friend that was really good, or if you bought a book for a friend. This is the perfect card for that. Then we had this one. I think that's going to be one of my favorites. This is a fun fold, and this was a lot of extra stuff. We used the metallic enamel effects on here, and we mixed copper and gold. We used the distressed brick embossing folder. We rubbed a little bit of the metallic effects across the distressed parts. This is the paper that came with the kit. These are the butterfly stamps that came with the paper pumpkin kit, and we gold embossed those on Lost Lagoon paper. And then we used the sentiment from our kit, and we tore the paper instead of cutting it. And we just mounted that on gold. I think that is just beautiful. And our final alternate, a fun shaker card. Now this has just two separate shaker elements in it. And I had a wooden butterfly embellishment left over. Those of you that have a pretty full craft closet, I'm sure you've got some materials that have been hanging around for a year or two, and that is where this butterfly came from. That we had some wooden butterfly embellishments a while back. And then I made separate shaker areas and stamped the butterfly that came in the kit in each of the areas using the Moody Mauve and the Lost Lagoon. And of course we've got the little effervescent elements floating around in there. And then a cheery little sentiment from, I believe I used Charming Sentiments for that one. No I didn't. But, oh, I've got a stack here. Well, just any kind of squared sentiment like that would go perfectly in there. Of course, you can use one of the sentiments, as I showed you on the video, and put it on the long banner. But I think that is just perfect. And with the gilded leafing on the wooden element up there and the little pearlized embellishments, I think that card's just perfect. So as you see, you can have so much extra fun with your paper pumpkin kits. And for every kit that is sold from my online store, by the way, don't forget, those are, I do make a donation to the Children's Cancer Research Fund through my September Great Cycle Challenge fundraiser. So it's a win-win. Y'all have fun and kids get to meet their goals of being adults. So until next time, keep making the world a beautiful place. Bye!